It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we've got a showdown in the NFC South. It's the Falcons and the Bucks. All that and more coming up next.
Still a bit warm here in Florida, but really all things considered, a wonderful fall afternoon for football here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Buccaneer ball club. They've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Falcons, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. The Falcons ready to go to work here on offense, and at the helm in his second season, Charles, it's Desmond Ridder.
The Falcons got their feet wet with Ridder during a 4-game audition last season, and he did end their year with a pair of wins. Optimism reigns that he is their quarterback of the future.
Now the first running back taken back in April, the former Longhorn, Bijan Robinson. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Robinson with another carry. Fighting through and he's got space. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Ridder, and caught by London. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be second down. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay. They were terrific a week ago in the win over the Lions.
And they needed to be because their offense struggled throughout the game. Sometimes as a defense, you're not just shutting down the opposing.
Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone. This time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Algier will score. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Well, just about an ideal start to this one offensively because on the road, you want to make sure you quiet the home crowd early. And how do they do it? Nice march to start things off. Let the run game find its footing early. That drive certainly checked a lot of boxes, and they finished it off with a touchdown run.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards. And it was Tyler Algier capping things off with a touchdown. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. So here are the Buccaneers ready to go on offense with a new man at the helm here for 2023 in his 6th season now in the NFL, Baker Mayfield.
The former #1 overall pick has had his ups and downs in recent seasons, but he finished strong last year and inherits a really good offense in Tampa that should set him up for success.
Now a 3rd-round pick a year ago. Here's Rachaad White. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
So, Charles, you look at this offense. What a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example.
Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield.
Disrupting that play and dropping him was Arnold Ebiketie.
The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive, then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go, shh.
There is a hush indeed.
4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there. Cordero Patterson deep for Atlanta.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 36. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
On play action, here's Ritter.
It's caught on the right side by Robinson. So he stopped for no gain, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Here's Ritter.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 in the 1st.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the 1st down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
2nd quarter now, Falcon football. From the 38 now, here's a 2nd and 7. Ritter off the play fake.
He's going to look deep down the field. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest with a guy with that type of speed. You do so. Send him deep. Try to throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out, but his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they can be set up with a 1st and goal.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll run here with Algier.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Algier again.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Tyler Algier, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons go up by 2 touchdowns. So his strong 1st half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point.
And it's good to make it 14-0. That time a 9-play drive.
And it was Tyler Algier capping things off with a touchdown. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Now Mayfield. It's caught by Mike Evans. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. Third down and 6.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And it will be Falcon football. So here are the Falcons to take over on offense. They got the victory last week. That was against Washington, and now they lead this ball game as well. Set to go here, 1st and 10. They'll start by running the option to the right. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. Ritter's throw complete to Hollins. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
Kind of a dangerous throw there. He's off balance when he gets rid of it. But this is all about a quarterback knowing what he can get away with. And that time, it turns into a completion and a healthy gain as well.
Ritter looking to throw on 1st and 10. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Meanwhile, Ritter's throw into the hands of Pitts here. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Back to throw, Ritter. And it is caught. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. Looking to throw once more. Here's Ritter. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Now a 2nd and 10. Ritter to throw it. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Ritter will set up to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. Ritter. Across the formation, and he gets this to Miller. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts.
So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Sticking with a passing game. Here's Ritter again.
And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
A very one-sided first half, 17-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3.
Taken at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the 3rd quarter.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. They will run with White out of the shotgun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Here's White. They set up the screen.
And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready.
At their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Fast, slow, it doesn't matter. If you give a quarterback enough room to escape, he can hit you for a big gain. You've got to give him a little more focus moving forward.
Now Ritter to throw on 1st down.
Throw out right, taken in by Patterson.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Again, it's Robinson. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third.
Looking to throw it here. Ritter. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 34-yard line. Give them 12 yards on that one. It earns them a fresh set of downs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Off the play fake, it's Ritter.
He's got a man. That's caught left sideline. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
Boy, everything clicking on this drive. He's 4 for 4 now, and that throw, maybe the best of the bunch. This offense is really humming, and they pick up another first down.
First down, here's Ritter.
Pass incomplete.
And down here, 1st and goal, if it's not there, don't force it. You've got at least 2, if not 3 more shots at it. So that's a wise move to get rid of it.
Ritter now.
Forced out to his left. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
Joe Tryon in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. But we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Great defense there on 3rd and goal. They took away everything. Forced him to fire that one to the sideline where no one could get it.
Youngway Koo on for the field goal. A 28-yard attempt.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field.
That 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the 4th quarter. Just haven't been as sharp in this one.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw on target to Godwin here. And Godwin going to have a Bucs first down as he'll be brought down at the 38-yard line.
Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Mayfield looks to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
It's a gain of 5.
Mayfield with it once more.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield.
And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Mayfield now. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Jalen Hawkins on the coverage.
Here's Mayfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back.
4th down, and they take to the air, which really isn't a major surprise. But how about the coverage? They're able to bat it down.
Ritter and the Falcons now with a 1st and 10.
On their side of midfield at the 47.
He'll get it to Robinson to begin the drive.
And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
They'll run again here with Robinson. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he loses the football a 2nd time.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, maybe it hasn't exactly been a Rembrandt, but they've been mistake-free to this point and finally cough it up. I don't think it's going to cost them the game. They should be fine. But, boy, they're going to hate that, going back and watching tape and being able to say we were that close to achieving our goal of 0 turnovers during the game.
A little blemish, but as you say, still comfortably in command. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Mayfield now after the fumble recovery.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Now Mayfield.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, after incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
Fights through, and now a crease. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Atlanta.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Back to Robinson now on 1st down.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
50 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been the bell cow all day, and they'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
They'll run with Robinson.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for Atlanta, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, they taste defeat for the first time this season as they drop to 5-1. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills.